Here with men's hockey coach Bill Moore. Coach, probably not the way you wanted the season to start with a couple of losses at the MIC Showcase. From your perspective, can you talk a little bit about the performance both against Gustavus and against Hamlin?
Sure, I guess. Yeah, it was disappointing. I think if I look at the Gustavus game, you outshoot a team 44-19 or whatever it was, that somewhere in that neighborhood, and lose 5-4. You're always going to be disappointed that you gave up 5 goals on 19 shots. I think the biggest disappointment was that we just didn't seem to have the edge that we had in some of our games last year. And, right now we had some difficulty with penalty killing, which I'm not worried about that at all. I mean, we really only had 4 days to prepare after tryouts were over, where other teams that didn't have tryouts got the full 2 weeks. So the penalty killing I'm not worried about. We'll correct that. That's an easy one. But you've got to have the fire in your belly. You've got to have the intensity. And I almost think like our guys were just a little bit lackadaisical going in, or maybe they thought it was going to be too easy. I don't know, but we've got that corrected now, and everybody learned a lot from the weekend, and I was very proud of them that when we got down against Hamlin that we came back and scored the last 4 goals and didn't hang it up and just throw in the towel. So there was some positives that came out of there. Our power play was 45%. So we definitely have some positives, but we gotta come out and play well this weekend.
Is that kind of how you approach maybe even the first 4 games of the season here, in that it's a good chance to learn and see where you're at, because you've got 2 games this weekend and then you open conference play. So these 4 games are pretty important in terms of just gauging where you're at.
Well, absolutely. And on top of that, I mean, when you play the number 6, the number 8, and the number 14 team in the nation, 3 of your first 4, they're going to be tough games. So, but if we want to get to that point, that's where they are. I think the reality of the situation is it's going to be very rare that the MIAC will get the at-large bid for the national tournament. So everything's going to be based on the conference season and the conference playoffs. So we need to get all of the kinks ironed out by the time we open up with Bethel in 2 weeks. And we've got to play some different players, see what our combinations look like, and just be prepared for Bethel. So yeah, I think the first 4 games are important. It's fortunate and unfortunate that they happen to be against some of the best teams in the nation in order to iron those kinks out.
And you're talking this weekend, you've got Eau Claire on Friday night and River Falls on Saturday, both in the top 10 in the country. As you approach these games, is there anything in particular that you're going to need to do well, or what are you looking for this weekend?
The biggest thing we're looking for is a major improvement in our penalty killing. I think right now we gave up 6 power play goals against Hamlin in the second game. We gave up 1 power play goal against Gustavus. And last year, our penalty kill was close to 90%. So we've got to iron some things out with that and make sure that we get the special teams stuff down. I think it was very, very obvious in all the games in the MIC Showcase that there's going to be a lot more major penalties called this year. There's going to be a lot more penalties in general called. So it's just going to have to be one of those things where if your special teams aren't working well, you're going to have trouble winning.
Big non-conference weekend. You're at Eau Claire on Friday and then at River Falls on Saturday. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you very much.